ॐ ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
मूर्तिभेदविभागिने
मूर्तिभेदविभागिने
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
ॐ सहना भवतु।
ॐ सहना भवतु।
सहनौ भुनक्तु।
सहनौ भुनक्तु।
सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै।
सह वीर्यं करवावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं।
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्।
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्।
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः।
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः।
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः।
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः।
तस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
यस्यान्तं न विदुः देवाय तस्मै नमः।
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तु ते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तु ते
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
त्वामाश्रितान् विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिताः यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
त्वामाश्रितानां त्वामाश्रिताह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
सर्वाबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वबाधाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तु ते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तु ते
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
त्वामाश्रितान् विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिताः यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
त्वामाश्रितानां विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिताह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
सर्वाबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वबाधाप्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
सर्वस्वरूपे सर्वेशे सर्वशक्तिसमन्विते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तु ते
भयेभ्यस्त्राहि नो देवी दुर्गे देवी नमोऽस्तु ते
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
रोगानशेषानपहंसि तुष्टारुष्टातु कामान् सकलानभीष्टान्
त्वामाश्रितान् विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिताः यश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
त्वामाश्रितानां विपन्नराणां त्वामाश्रिताह्याश्रयतां प्रयान्ति
सर्वाबाधा प्रशमनं त्रैलोक्यस्याखिलेश्वरी
सर्वपापप्रशमनं
त्रैलोक्यस्य
त्रैलोक्यचिकीर्षति
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
एवमेव त्वया कार्यम् अस्मद्वैरिविनाशनम्
त्वैर्विनाशनम्
शनैः शनैरुपरमेत्
शनैरुपरमेत्
परमेत्
बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया
बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया
आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा
आत्मसंस्थो मनः कृत्वा
न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत्
न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत्
यतो यतो निश्चरति
यतो निश्चरति
मनश्चञ्चलमस्थिरम्
मनश्चञ्चलमस्थिरम्
ततस्ततो नियम्येतत्
ततस्ततो नियम्यैतत्
आत्मन्येव वशन्नयेत्
आत्मन्येव वशन्नयेत्
प्रशान्तमनसं ह्येनम्
प्रशान्तमनसं ह्येनम्
योगिनं सुखमुत्तमम्
योगिनं सुखमुत्तमम्
उपैति शान्तरजसम्
उपैति शान्तरजसम्
ब्रह्मभूतमकल्मषम्
ब्रह्मभूतमकल्मषम्
युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानं
युञ्जन्नेवं सदात्मानम्
योगी विगतकल्मषः
योगी विगतकल्मषः
सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम्
सुखेन ब्रह्मसंस्पर्शम्
अत्यन्तं सुखमश्नुते
अत्यन्तं सुखमश्नुते
सर्वभूतस्थमात्मानं
सर्वभूतस्थमात्मानम्
सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि
सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि
ईक्षते योगयुक्तात्मा
ईक्षते योगयुक्तात्मा
सर्वत्र समदर्शनः
सर्वत्र समदर्शनः
25th and 26th verse. Bhagavan is explained, while sitting in meditation, if mind goes out, we have to bring it back without any frustration. That's why Bhagavan says, Shanehi Shanehi Uparamet. Our mind is slowly, with the help of our intellect, which is endowed with perseverance, Uparamet, that mind resolves, and that mind Atma Sanstam Manah Krutva, and that mind should fix in the contemplation of self or consciousness. One should not think other than this. Nakinchidapi chintayet. In 25th verse, Bhagavan says. Again in 26th verse, Bhagavan says, Bhagavan used two adjectives for mind, Manaha Chanchalam and Manaha Asthiram. Our mind is restless. Asthiram is unsteady. In that mind, Yataha Yataha Nischarati. A mind which is restless and unsteady goes out Yasmat Yasmat Karanat. Shankaracharya says, because of which reason it goes out Nischarati. Tataha tataha. For that reason only, etad niyamya, etad manaha niyamya. Bring it back. And again, atmani eva vasham nayet. Again, we should resolve in the self only or in the consciousness only. If person is able to do this type of contemplation with ease, then what will happen? It's given in 27th verse. Bhagavan says, that person sukham uttamam upeti. But before that, one beautiful line we have seen, if you remember, we all have right now self-knowledge. What is given in book or what is given in Upanishad or what is given even in this Gita, second chapter, we know all the information is given by scriptures that we are not body. We are not body, mind, sense also. We are this, our instrument is given to us, everything we know. But still, we are not that still we are restless, somewhere we have some anxiety. Because of which reason we have this? That's why he says, okay, we have our habitual thinking. And before that I have seen, okay, always we pray not for gnana siddhyartham. We always pray to Lord, please give me knowledge. We never ask them, but we always ask Ishvara, please give me the result of knowledge. And if somebody asks, okay, what is the result of knowledge? The what is given in second chapter, Stita Pragna Lakshanani, what is given in 12th chapter, Anudvegna that one, Sukheshu, what was this? That no, the 12th chapter it starts from where?
Adveshta Sarva
Yeah,
Bhutanam.
Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam. Even in 14th chapter, last Trigunatita Lakshana, all are is the trait of Gnana Phalasiddhyartha. But why we are not enjoying this, our disposition of mind? For which reason? His answer is only one, because of our habitual thinking that blocks the Gnana Phalam. And this habitual thinking, in which type of body is mine, even mind is mine, what is thinking, what our thought process is me only. And this is because of Anadi Avidya Vasanaya. This thinking is because of ignorance. And this ignorance from where? But always Shastra says the Anadi is beginningless. Adi means beginning, Anadi means it is the beginningless. And because of this Vasana means our habitual this impression, it never allow to flow this Gnanam in our mind. So what person should do to overcome from this type of situation? So yeah, last time we have seen stars are always in the sky, even daytime also, even nighttime also. But these stars we never see in the daytime. And what's the reason? Reason is they are overshadowed by the light of the sun, the brightness of the sun. Same way, we have two type of situation. We have problems. Before knowledge, we have problems. Even after knowledge, we could have problems. But that all problems, after getting knowledge, can be overshadowed by our own self-knowledge. So we have to practice this, our problems overshadow by our self-knowledge, and it's called Abhibhava. And this can be possible only by meditation or nididhyasa. There was one story, a small, I think it's Radha Krishnan, I don't know. It was in class. One teacher asked, there is a one line. Without touching it, without rubbing this, how can you make line bigger? Then Radha Krishnan has gone and he's made one bigger line. Same way, the problems are like one line. How can we make them small? Only by make a bigger line of our self-knowledge. This is also called abhibhava. Both are same example. And if we can overcome, and this is this change of our perception and this new perspective, we can enjoy our whatever Bhagavan has given this self-knowledge. And this is called Uttamam Sukham. In next verse, what Bhagavan says, the Gnana Phalam is nothing but Uttamam Sukham. In this verse, Bhagavan says Uttamam Sukham. In next verse, Bhagavan will say Atyantam Sukham. All are synonyms. Even Atyantik Sukham, Uttam, all are same. So how we can enjoy Uttamam Sukham, Bhagavan is explaining next verse. So really speaking, in 27th verse, Karta means nominative is Uttamam Sukham Upeti. Uttamam Sukham means exalted happiness. Upeti means riches. To whom? Then answer is Enam Yoginam, to this meditator. And the rest of all words are nothing but adjectives of Enam Yoginam. Which type of yogi? So Bhagavan says Prashanta Manasam. Another, which type of meditator? Shanta Rajasam. Third one is Akalmasham. Fourth one is Brahma Bhutam. Is this all are qualifications of this meditator? Such meditator, Uttamam Sukham Upeti. So here Bhagavan has made this happiness as a karta and this yogi is a karma. And this happiness is riches. Really, Upeti means riches. Really speaking, happiness never reached to yogi. But this is one type of figurative speech. That person knows I am a nature of Sukham. My real nature is Sukha. That is called here Upeti. So Uttamam Sukham, so Bhagavan has explained as a most exalted happiness. And this is come after we are assimilated the knowledge. Last time we have seen generally all animals, they eat quickly. And after sitting in leisure time, they again, that food come out on their mouth. It's called ruminating the food. And by ruminating food, the proper digestion takes place in the animals. Same way, while doing Shravanam, we are just hearing quickly. With 1 hour, we are put inside too much. Then when we are sitting in the leisure time, again we have to relive or we re-listen or what ways, ruminate this knowledge. If we can do this, it's called Nididhyasana. If somebody asks, what is Nididhyasana? So in natural language, we say ruminating self-knowledge or ruminating our class again. It's called Nididhyasana. If person can keep on doing like that, that person Atyantik Sukham, Uttam Sukham or Upeti, it gains. So Bhagavan has used Atyantik in previous verse. Here Bhagavan has used Uttama Sukham, and next verse it will come is Atyantam Sukham. All are the same. Main thing is happiness, and this happiness is ultimate, exalted, absolute, whatever. There is any happiness is more than this. It's called Atyantik Sukham. And Bhagavan says, who are the qualified to gain this Uttamam Sukham? Then rest whole verse is given to the qualifying the state of mind of yogis. So Bhagavan says, Prashanta Manasam, one whose mind is totally resolved. Here, Shanta is also resolved, but Bhagavan has used Prashantam. Prakarshena Shantaha. Totally. The meaning of Prakarshena Shantaha means one is totally resolved. Sometimes our mind is resolved, but again it comes back. But prakarshayana means totally resolved. Shantaha is a qualification of that meditator. Again, Shantarajasam. I think we have reached up to here Akalpasham. Shantarajasam. Here the meaning of Rajas is not Rajoguna, but here the meaning of Rajas is a dust. And dust is always considered as impurities. Bhagavan says, once impurities, Shantaha, is totally gone away, is called Shantarajasam. In Shankara Bhashyam, Shankaracharya has written, Rajasam means impurity. The name of impurity is Mohadi Klesha. Moha means one who cannot take proper decision is called Moha. And what's the reason why person cannot take proper decision? Answer is our own Ragadvesha. Because of our Ragadvesha, a person cannot take proper decision. Dhritarashtra have too much raga for our Duryodhana. That's why he always take wrong decision for Pandava. It's called moha. But shantaha means prakshinaha. Shankaracharya says one whose moha, raga, dvesha are just prakshina, is just removed, is just gone away. Such impurities are gone away from whom? That person is called Shantarajasam. So that's why here Rajas is dust and impurities, and Moha is not taking proper decision. And why we are not taking proper decision? Answer is we give importance to which we should not give. And the reason is our own Ragadvesha. From whose mind is gone is called Shantarajasam, akalmasham. That person mind should akalmasham. Shankaracharya is written, the meaning of akalmasham means adharmadi varjitam, who is bereft of varjitam, who is avoid of adharma adi. So whenever adharma comes, no, adi means dharma also, because Bhagavan doesn't like punya also, and Bhagavan also doesn't like papa also, because according to Shastra, papa considered as an iron shekel and punya considered as a golden shekel. Both can bind us. That's why Bhagavan says adi means etc. Adharma plus adi etc. means adharma plus dharma. That's why in I think 18th chapter, Sarva Dharman Parityaj, Mamekam Sharanam Raja. At that time also Shankaracharya is translated Sarva Dharman, means Sarva Papa Punya. You just give up and Mamekam Sharanam, you surrender to me. So Akalmashaha means one who is not going after Papa and Punya. Sometimes people who are interested in Dharma, they like Punya, they would like to go Swarga. So this Papa, Punya is considered is a Kalmash. So akalmasham means one who is beyond punya papa, one who is not interested even in punya also. That person is called akalmasham. Sometime person asks us, we should have like punya or not? We should like punya. We should also welcome punya because we can use punya to neutralize our papa, to purify our mind. This is the person, one who is not interested in punya because he has reached already. He's a jnani, so he doesn't want any punya and papa. But for people like us, we should interested in punya also, because this punya helps us to purify our mind. But here, kalmas means pap and punya both. So akalmasham. And last one is brahma bhutam. The nature of such yogi, this meditator, is brahma bhutam. So whenever bhuta shabda comes only separately, the meanings bhuta means being. Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sanyami. At that time, the meaning of bhuta is being, living beings. But when bhuta comes at the end of another word, Brahma Bhutam. So here the meaning of Bhutam is the nature. In the nature, the person's mind is like a nature of Brahman itself. So Brahma Bhutam in the form of Brahman. So person's mind is nothing but in the form of Brahman. That's why Shankaracharya has written what is the meaning of Brahma Bhutam. He says that person is a Jivan Muktam. While living, that person is already liberated. Jivan Muktam. And why that person is while living is Jivan Mukta? So Shankaracharya says, Brahma eva sarvam iti nishchayavantah. In that person's mind, it is 100% he knows or she knows here everything is nothing but Brahman only. Whole world is nothing but Brahman only, and I am not separated from that Brahman. So I am also the nature of Brahman. It is called Brahma Bhutam. Iti Nishchayavantaha. One who has that firm conviction. I am not separate from Brahman. It's called Brahma Bhutam. And why that, that disposition of mind has come. So it is written, Idam Sarvam Eva Brahma. In Chandogya Upanishad it comes everywhere. Ishavasam idam sarvam. Even Chandogya, sarvam khalu idam Brahma. The meaning is here nothing but everything is Brahman. But one who has a firm conviction, I am a nature of Brahman, it's called Brahma Bhuta. Such person is the enam yoginam. This yogi, upeti. So this yogi means this meditator is riches what? Uttamam Sukham. That is comes in first. Uttamam Sukham Upeti. Again, I have written here riches because the literally meaning of Upeti is riches, but who is all pervasive? So where to reach? Because if everything is the meaning of reaching means one who understood, one who recognized oneself is I am not separate from Brahman. It's called Upeti. Generally, when Gnanam comes, no, when Shabda Jnanam comes, even Bhagavan used Gacchati. At that time also, Gacchati means one who knows. Is not literally meaning to go. Jnanam Gacchati, Upagacchati, whatever, he knows Jnanam. Same Sukham, Bhagavan has explained in different way in next verse. Yunjannevam sadatmanam yogi vigata kalmashaha Sukhena Brahma Sansparsham Atyantam Sukhamashnute. Uttamam Sukham, here Bhagavan says Atyantam Sukham. In previous verse, Uttamam Sukham Upaiti. Here, Yogi Uttamam Atyantam Sukham Ashnute. Here, Yogi become Karta and Sukham become Karma. In the previous verse, Sukham was Karta and this Yogi was Karma. In grammatical. But meaning is a yogi. So which type of yogi? So Bhagavan says, Sada Atmanam Evam Yunjan. A person, Sada means always, Atmanam, mind, Yunjan is always connected, connecting. Yunjan is a continuous, Yunjan is connecting mind, Sada, always. That person is called yogi. One whose mind never goes away from self or consciousness is always connected. Generally, people can ask, we have other thing also to do, no? Always we cannot connected with self only. So how can we connect all the time with consciousness? Answer is, need not to sit in meditation for 12 hours or 13 hours. But still, while doing other transaction, even while doing other vyavahara also, our mind can connect with same self or Chaitanya or Ishvara. That's why I used to give one example. I think in US, I don't know, but here we know we have a very big country. So from Kanyakumari to Srinagar, there is a long train is there. It takes 3 days to reach to Srinagar. It starts from Kanyakumari. So during 3 days, there are different stops come. There are many passengers are traveling in this train. So every stop, this passenger then get down from the train. They can have some water or whatever, some snacks, everything. But while they are doing all these things, they are purchasing something, but one mind always connecting with train. It starts or not. Without even you gives any suggestion, but that mind one is connected with this train. If whistle has start, I have to run because it may start. Same way, our mind is doing different type of transaction, in day-to-day life with different people, different person, but still we can connect our mind with consciousness, even Ishvara. If we train our mind like this is also another example from that Panihari, that lady who is always carrying a pot. This is also a beautiful example. And even Paramarthananji used to tell one more example. He says in concert, there is a singer, is a musician. He's always rendering different type of ragas. And there is a immediately behind that musician, there is a one person is in the Tanapura. Only Sapa is always going on, Sapa. And this musician can go on the Tar Saptak, it can go down, all Mandra Saptaka, everything. But sometime he may miss the note, their original Sapa, then this behind that Tanpura Sapa is keep on, that in that musician can pick up that Sapa. And again, he can go according to that notes only. Same way, in our mind, that Tanapura should keep in one corner. Then we can always Yunjaneva. Even doing different type of activities in day-to-day life, still we can connect our mind with always Atma or Ishvara, whatever. Such people is called Sada, means always, Atmanam means mind, Yunjaneva, connecting. And who is that person? Bhagavan says yogi, meditator, nididhyasana, who are doing nididhyasana. Again, at that time was akalmasha. Here Bhagavan says vigata kalmasha. Both are almost same, that adjective, in whose life all kalmasha, impurities has gone, is vigata kalmasha. That person, Bhagavan says, atyantam. Atyantam means one who doesn't have any end. Antam means end. Ati antam, one who is beyond end, is called atyantam. Sukham means happiness. Ashnute, enjoys. And again, the sukham, Bhagavan has used one adjective, Brahma sansparsham sukham ashnute. That person enjoys or gains a happiness which is literally, if we translate Brahma sansparsham, the meaning is one who has touched Brahman. Sansparshaha means touching. One who touched Brahman, that person is atyantam sukham ashnut. Same sansparsham word come in 2nd chapter. That line is Samsparshaja bhogaha dukkha yonaya evate. In 2nd chapter, Bhagavan says, at that time, Sansparsha bhogaha dukkha yonam ucya. At that time, Bhagavan says, dukkha yonam. It is the source of pain. Sansparshaja bhogaha dukkha yonaya evate. What is the second line? But the meaning is, whatever, if we are connecting with the object of sense object, that it always gain as pain. It is the sense object are the source of pain. But here Bhagavan says, connected with Brahman is a even beyond end, you will gain the happiness. Totally opposite. What is said in 2nd chapter, totally opposite Bhagavan has said in 28th verse of this chapter. Because at that time Bhagavan has used not Brahma Sansparsham, but What bhoga sansparsha? What was that word? I forget. Yehi sansparshaja. Yehi sansparshaja bhogaha. Here at that time the meaning of bhogaha means sense object. Here the sansparshaha means Ishvara or Brahman itself. Sukhamashnu uchyate. Let we see first.
Swamiji, that comes in 5th chapter, I think.
No. Yes, sansparshaja. Yeah.
Yehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate
Atmavantam tu kaunteya.
adyantavanta kaunteya.
Nateshu ramate buddha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5th chapter.
Yeah. Because they are adyantavanta. They have beginning and they have end. Adi means beginning. Antaha means end. That's why it's always painful. But here is a anadi and atyantam. There is a no end, no beginning. That's why it's atyantam sukha. And because they have adyavantaha, that's why dukkha yoga naya. But let me see the anvaya. Anvaya means evam sada. In this manner, evam means in this, sada means always, atmanam, our mind, yunjan, connecting, vigata kalmashaha yogi. The yogi, that meditator, is one whose mind, all type of impurities has gone. Vigataha kalmashaha yasmat. It's called vigata kalmashaha. Such meditator, sukhena, without effortlessly, easily, Brahma sansparsha, as though they are touching. But here the meaning sansparsha means recognizing oneself, I am not separate from Brahma. Same which was that Brahma Bhutam. Here Bhagavan has used Brahma sansparsha. Previous verse was a Brahma Bhutam in the form of Brahman. Here Bhagavan says in the Brahma sansparsham, by recognizing oneself which is not separate from Brahma. Such yogi atyantam, absolute, atyantikam, sukham ashnute. It gains that happiness which doesn't have any end. So first one was evam. The meaning is in this manner. Sada means always. Shankaracharya has put the meaning of sada means yathoktena kramena. The meaning of yathoktena kramena means shanehi uparamed. And then next one was yato nishcharati. After doing all steps, when mind is settled, it's called sada, always. Atmanam means one's own mind. Yunjan is uniting, connecting. What that person. But before that, vigata kalmashaha. Shankaracharya has written vigata papaha. Again, Shankaracharya is not written, but there's another tika, no? They have says vigata papaha. We can again write vigataha punyaha. Because such gnani are not interested in punya also. So that's why a person who is free from punya and papa, and a person who is free from adharma also. Which Swamiji has given beautiful meaning of Vigata Kalmashaha means a person who lives a life of adharma. There is always conflict in that person's mind. In spite of that person thinks I have everything, but who is rubbing with adharma, one who doesn't follow the values, there's always conflict. But a person who always follow the values and one who's always live a life of dharma, that person doesn't have any type of conflict. Even in sansara, it looks that person is not gaining anything. But if I ask that person from inside, that person doesn't have any complaint because that person is satisfied with oneself. I am not living adharmic life. That's why inside is always satisfaction. Such person is called Vigata Papaha, Vigata Punyaha. There is no conflict. Even obstacles comes, but still he can go through because he knows each and everybody's life obstacle comes. But I am a living of dharma. I am not afraid with such obstacles. It's called Vigata Kalmasha because there is no conflict in one whose mind is called Vigata Kalmasha. That person is yogi. One who doesn't have any conflict is called yogi. And such yogi is a meditator. Brahma Sansparsha. And Shankaracharya has written, what is the meaning of Brahma Sansparsha? So he has written, Brahmana Parena Sansparsha. Paraha means one who is limitless. Brahmana, both are in third case. So a person who is a Brahman who is limitless, Sansparsha. One who recognizes Yasya Tad Brahma Sansparsha. So can we touch? Can we hug? Can we sit upon the Brahman? So answer is always no, because we know Brahma is all pervasive. There is a no, it is next impossible we can touch the Brahman. So what would be the meaning of Sansparsha? Sansparsha means one who knows. Same Brahma Bhutam. One who knows I am not different from Brahman. In fact, I am the Brahman. I always say there are three sentences. Which are three sentences, you know? First one is Idam Sarvam Brahman. This is the first sentence. The meaning is everything is here is nothing but Brahman only, including me. Always Pujya Swamiji, Sarvam, Idam Sarvam, including my body, mind, sense complex. It's called Idam Sarvam. This is the first sentence. Idam Sarvam Brahman. And Brahman being all pervasive, Aham Brahmanaha Abhinnaha. This is second line. I am not separate from, I am not different from Brahman. So Aham Brahmanaha is the fifth one. Aham Brahmanaha Abhinnaha. I am not separate from Brahman, Abhinnaha. And what will be the outcome? Aham Brahma. If I am not separate from Brahman, then Aham Brahmasmi. But we should know this all thoroughly, all sentence. Aham Brahmasmi. That what Pujya Swamiji used to say. Suppose A, that I am writing just A means Atma is equal to word, Aham Idam Sarvam. Atma or consciousness, let me say consciousness. Is the word. Aham Brahmana, so we can say here, consciousness is equal to Atma, myself, self. So third one will be A is equal to Aham, but I am all pervasive. This is all three sentences. It's called Brahma Sansparsha. One who recognizes in this way, everything is Brahman, I am not separate from Brahman. In fact, Aham Brahma. Even we can say here, in Brahma we cannot, Idam Sarvam Ishvara. Here everything is Ishvara. Then we can also say, Aham Ishvaratna Bhinna. I am not separate from Ishvara. In fact, Aham Ishvara. That is also Tattvamasi. This is everything. It's called Brahma Sansparsha. I cannot away from Brahman. In fact, I am Brahman. This recognition It's called Brahma Sansparsham. When person knows this thoroughly, that what will happen, that person Atyantam Sukham. So I have written in previous verse, Uttamam was given, Atyantikam Labham, all are synonyms. So what is the meaning of Atyantam? Antam Atitya Vartate iti Atyantam. Shankaracharya has written, one who is beyond end. Antam means end. Atitya, having cross. One who has crossed even end. Remain, it's called Atyantam. The meaning is Utkrishtam, Niratishayam. Exalted, Niratishayam. Same meaning. That person gains Atyantam Sukham. Here, the meaning of Atyantam Sukham is, really speaking, is not happiness, but one who knows, I am a Sukha Swarupa. My very nature is nothing but happiness, because I am not separate. Because Brahman is always Satyam Jnanam Anantam, or we can say Satchidanand Brahman. If I am not separate from Brahman, so I can also be saying, if each and every crystals of salt, they can say, if salt is salty and my nature is salty, then I cannot separate from salt. I am also salty. Same thing. If Ishvara is Sukha Swarupa, I also Sukha Swarupa. My very nature is Sukha Swarupa, and this Sukha is not experiential. This is not born out of any happiness, born out of any sense object. But this is my own nature. It's called Sukha Swarupa. And Shankaracharya says, Atyanta means which doesn't come to end. And this Sukha is a nature of bliss, which is our own nature. It is a limitless. It's called Atyantam Sukham. And how it comes, Bhagavan says, Sukhena. The meaning of Sukhena is Anayasena. Shankaracharya has written Anayasena. Translate, we can say easily, or we can say effortlessly. Anayas. Ayas means effort. Anayas means without any effort. So how can person gain this sukha? Bhagavan says, sukhena means without any effort or easily. Everybody says it is very difficult, to get this type of thing. So I have written, it is not necessary. We have always checked what was the destination. If journey is beautiful, the destination is also beautiful. So what we are doing is, this is journey. So I have written, this journey of inquiry itself is beautiful, is a pleasant. Sukha is also Sukham. If we are living a life of Karma Yoga, this lifestyle of Karma Yoga itself is beautiful. Always it gives pleasure only. It gives happiness. Same way, if we are doing Nama Japa, Upasana, whatever for Ishvara, that is also beautiful. Is also pleasant journey. These all are journey. And after doing this, along with this, if we are doing Shravan Manan Nididhyasana right now, what we are doing is also pleasant, is also Sukham only. And last Shastra will say, you are the whole. You are the whole, you are all pervasive. That's also very beautiful. In any time, in all journey, each and every milestone is always beautiful. That's why I think Bhagavan has written Sukhena, because we can't jump directly, I am Brahman, but we have to go by milestone, but each and every milestone is nothing but beautiful only. And everything, everybody cannot accept us as they are, but only Shastra, only scriptures accept us without any. He says, you are the whole. There is nothing more acceptance for Shastra. Even this listening also beautiful. He says, Sukhane. That's why whole journey from Karma Yoga up to Gnana is Sukhena only. That's why Bhagavan has written Sukhena, but Shankaracharya is Anayasli. But in my thinking, Sukhena means is give pleasures each and every time. Whatever we are doing for Karma Yoga, it gives some happiness. If we are doing Nama Japa with love, it gives Sukham. If you are with total Shraddha, if you are listening, the Shravanam gives joy. This is called Sukhena. And last, Bhagavan says, Ashnute. This we'll see next time because it take time to explain. Such Ashnute. Here, the meaning of Ashnute means Prapnoti, gains. Same, it is not Prapnoti. If all pervasive, we cannot get anything. But here also, the meaning of Ashnute means one who knows oneself. I am not separate from Ishvara. It's called Ashnute. It's called Prapnoti. But this is, I have taken from Taittiriya Upanishad. Anando brahmeti vijjanat anadyeva kalvimani bhutani jayante anandena jatani jivanti anandam prayanta bisam vishanti saisha bhargavi varuni vidya parame vyoman pratishtita. This is the parame vyoman pratishtita. It will take some minutes to explain. So we'll see next time. Any question regarding this? No? Sukhena? Everything is? Sukhena understood? Understood.
Studying Vedanta is also pleasant.
Yeah, reasoning is same. No, Shravanam is Sukham.
Came understood, yes. Swamiji, just one thought. You have no conflicts when you follow a life of dharma. Now, in that context, when you say dharma, we are talking of samanya dharma.
What is to be done, what is not to be done is called dharma.
Everyone knows intuitively if you pay attention.
Yeah.
You don't have to be nobody needs to teach you this.
Yeah.
You don't need to refer to a book. Everybody knows, right?
Mm.
This is the dharma we are referring to.
Yeah.
So, which means treating everybody like you would want to be treated.
Yeah. There is a one sentence, in Sanskrit. Svatmani pratikulani anyesham na acharet. This is a universal dharma. What we don't like, we should not do to others. This is called dharma. This is simple. Anyesham paresham na acharet. That one should not do to others. It's called dharma. So if we are not doing, so we always with ease, what I have lived a life is very good. If somebody says you are living good life or not, we need not any type of compliment from others. We are happy with us. It's called dharma. Akalmasha.
The last part was nice, Swaminiji, where you said everything is pleasant. The whole journey is pleasant.
Pleasant, yeah.
And the destination, of course, is that's Atyantika Sukham, or
everything. That's why I think Bhagavan has written Sukhena, everything is Sukha. There is, I think, in line in the, if destination beautiful, journey is also beautiful. Need not to worry, I will reach it, a destination, then I will enjoy.
Yes.
This journey is also beautiful.
It's not about gaining anything or reaching anywhere, like you said. It's just letting go of
all our kalmasha. It goes. Everything is here only.
Keep letting go. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, when normally, like you talk to people who are not necessarily interested in this journey, they always seem to think of this as, oh, you have to sacrifice everything, you have to say. And so that's why I'm a little bit wary about using the word letting go. because people have this idea that they have to let go of all the fun that they are having, and and embark on this very strict, rigid lifestyle or something like this, right? But it is not like that. If you once you take this journey, you realize
It
that
is very
all you are letting go is the useless stuff, the stuff that actually does not serve you really well. I mean, that's
even
what.
people ask us, because whenever we go somewhere in common people, they what type of pain happened in your life? That's why you have given up everything. So they always think like that. There must be too much pain in our life. They always pity about us. Why you are wearing such clothes?
I know
They don't
they're like,
understand.
oh, I'm really sorry you became a sannyasi.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
People like they think.
This is very common perception. So, like, there's some people who will say they don't want to hear anything about it.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
like they'll say, "No, I can't handle it."
Yeah.
I have friends like this.
Yeah.
So, and they must be wondering what is it that I'm doing. Well, like, in fact, family also. A lot of family also they wonder.
Yeah.
But I have some excuses now, so they don't bother me. So, in some ways, you know. So
Yeah, even you're doing Bhagavad Gita, so people think they must be having some problem. So that's why
Yeah.
they're doing it.
Yeah.
But this is common thinking in the Indian people's mind. Except Indian, they always love. They never think like that. Gita should not, because in our Indian people there is a thinking. After some age only, one has to
You
listen.
should start this.
After
Yeah.
60, age of 60, one has to start.
when you already lived your life in all the wrong ways.
Yeah. Now they'll start at the age of 60.
So that they have sadhana chatushtaya, but now you have to add the fifth qualification. You have to be 60 years old.
Yeah. People always, the Indian, this thing like that.
The worry is that you will run away from life.
Yeah, this is the worry. Yeah.
Yes. So, and this is a worry for your family, is like your parents and
You become a sannyasi, then what will happen? Yeah.
what will happen? Yeah. So you'll go away.
Yeah.
Not even sannyasi, they will say they will not take responsibility.
Yeah.
Like that, they think.
In some ways, it is not misplaced.
Shirking your duties.
Their worry is not misplaced. So one could actually become a sannyasi and move away from the family, so to speak, right? When you embrace all, then you're not going to have any special thing towards a special group of people who are your immediate people, right? That can happen. So that's why they're worried.
Yeah, very.
They know it somewhere.
And sometimes some young son or something comes in class, then his mother says, I have only one son. I won't allow him to listen. Something will happen to him if he becomes sannyasi, then what will happen to us? They are thinking like that.
And so Swaminiji there, right? If you are lucky enough to be exposed to good teachers, right?
Yeah.
Like Puja Swamiji's tradition and things like this, where they give you a balanced view of this. People at different stages of their life.
Yeah.
You teach them in a different way, and you don't ask a young
Gita
person.
is very helpful for young generation, it's very helpful. But they don't understand. Generally, the elderly people won't allow younger one.
Because they're afraid, I think, Swaminiji, that if you teach them Gita, they would not be. This is my view, right? So I could be wrong. That the young person would not be aggressive, ambitious, and competitive. So they may lose out on some of these advantages, right?
Yeah.
And after having gone through a very competitive, ambitious lifestyle, when you're 60 years old, you can give up all of those things.
Yeah. True.
Right? You want to have your cake and eat it too. That sort of an attitude.
Yeah, because
Like Swamiji will say, no, you have finished. I finished my duty. Now you come to the duties are over.
But it's a competitive world that they're living. We are all living in, and so people worry that the competitive edge will go.
Right.
Go away.
Right.
They say
But
na, this will
in
bring
competitive world,
vairagya.
no, the Gita is very helpful. How can we keep our mind balanced? Everything is very useful. In competitive, our mind should be balanced, no? But they won't understand. Generally.
This is a problem with the world, that it is so competitive. There is no need for any competition.
Yeah, no need.
It can be a win for all, really. That is how it should work.
Yeah.
It's, unfortunate.
In fact, as Swamiji is saying, you can freely express your talent, without having to worry about the competition. The competition actually makes you not express your talent properly, I think. Okay.
Om Purnam
Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guruvyo Namaha Hari Om.
Thank you.